But before I move on to Nick, weren't you talking about the NFL on your Twitter? Because I brought it to the show and I look like a complete asshole. Aren't they starting to fine for legal hard hits?
Yeah, football's over.
Not
they're going to ruin it. They're going to ruin it.
Legal hard. The dude from Pittsburgh.
People thought I was
about
crazy.
quitting.
No, you're right, Patrice. They're going to ruin it.
It's over.
It's the reason we watch it, to hope somebody gets...
And you know, Mark Sheriff, I don't know, but he said something so hilarious. He goes, NFL has tapes called Hardest Hits Ever.
Right.
And then they do the top 10 hardest hitters ever.
Right.
It's not. And then somebody else said something that Mike Ditka and some other old coach said, take the helmets off.
Yeah,
and
well,
them motherfuckers will stop fucking hitting like that.
Paterno said take the face mask off.
Right.
He said leave the helmet, but take the face mask
or
off.
just go with the leather helmets.
Yeah,
meet in between.
The old fucking
meet in between with the leather helmets.
And you'll figure out, because you know what? You watch rugby.
Brilliant.
It's football without.
Oh, yeah.
No, it ain't. No, I'll tell you why. I hate that comparison.
Dude, they are hitting.
Rugby's a brutal sport.
First of all, it's not.
It's not.
First of all, you.
All right, go ahead.
Can I fucking finish, you cocksuckers? The proof that you can play
if you got
You asshole.
How many black 6'6", 380-pound black guys that run a 4.5 40 do you see playing rugby? Try tackling one of those motherfuckers.
All right,
Wait a second, though.
He just killed your argument.
English.
And the fact you have to wear
dudes
equipment to play
6'4",
football.
Yeah.
I know they are,
and
they're
all
white, and they
250
arm
and
tackle,
260.
and they arm tackle like girls.
I used to say that they didn't tackle those fucking guys.
Nothing like football.
It's not explosion because they'll kill each other.
No,
that's just it.
They hit as hard as they can hit without equipment.
The fact that you don't wear equipment proves that it's not as rough. If you played football without equipment, you'd have 3 deaths every week.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Tatum over the middle, you catch a pass?
Is someone getting a phone
What's
call?
going on?
That's Patrice.
Your fucking music.
Oh, my God.
Hilarious.
Some kind of
I
music.
know. It's a soundtrack from when we were kings every time he gets a phone call.
22-inch woofers in his phone.
So now they're going to find guys for legal hits.
Yes.
That's crazy.
It's so funny. They go, hitting. The rule is called hitting a defenseless receiver. Every time a guy catches a ball, he's defenseless, and always will be.
Right.
That's when you unload on him. That's why we started watching football.
Yeah.
I was a strong safety in fucking high school, and that's why I played. Guys are defenseless. You fucking lay them out.
You hit him, you try to dislodge
They
the
interviewed
fucking
Suggs, the other guy, they entered a couple of the Ravens, and they go, I don't give a crap what they're going to do. I'm still knocking mothers out. That was their interview this week.
You see that
I'm
guy
still going to knock guys
Harrison?
out.
What?
That guy Harrison from Pittsburgh?
Mm-hmm.
He's putting motherfuckers out.
Yeah.
Out. Every game he's knocking a motherfucker out.
Last weekend was the most vicious weekend. There was like 5 incidents. What do you mean? Did you see the Atlanta game? Both guys were unconscious before they hit the ground. The guy who did the hit and the guy get hit.
It was vicious because, for some reason, first of all, why are they doing this? Because it's never for the benefit of the fucking play. It's something. Because I see things.
Insurance.
It's something going on. Because
it's the advertising.
I seen some on HBO about the old players.
It's a feminized world.
Their fucking knuckles is poking out of their wrists, and this fucker can't get up in the morning because Night Train Lane was fucking hitting him with his forearm. And that's what we wanted. We wanted you to destroy yourself.
That's what we want when we watch.
Well, you know what's happened though, Patrice?
Well, what do you think it is?
I'll tell
it
you what it
insurance?
is.
Sorry.
I'll tell you what's changed it.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's part of it, and the feminized culture that we fucking live in. So a few kids get paralyzed. Big fucking deal. Let's play the game. But
lose one every once in a while.
No, exactly.
For our entertainment.
But what's happened is, steroids were introduced into the game. Now you get guys 6'5", 310 running a 4.2 40, and your joints weren't meant to take that. Some guy, seriously, that's why you're seeing injuries. And AstroTurf. When you get hit on AstroTurf, your foot doesn't give. That's why you have people blowing their knees out. Their bodies, you aren't most.
So why don't they go back to grass?
Huh?
That would help.
Because again, that's a money thing. It's a lot cheaper for turf.
I always thought it was insane they played on turf.
But it makes for a better
hit.
It makes for a more vicious game. Like I like the mud and stuff, but I'd rather watch a game on AstroTurf.
I love muddy games. The mud games.
But the
always
hitting
rule.
is much more crisp on AstroTurf.
yeah, it's a
You
lot
just
more
like the
solid.
hits,
Yeah.
Nick, huh?
So why don't you just put a flag on everybody and they take the flag and then the man stops running?
Flag football. I wouldn't be surprised.
It really,
That's where
it
we're
really
headed.
is getting.
Bunch of bitches.
It's not. I guess to.
I hear what's going to happen.
I'm trying to figure out how, as a football player,
Yeah.
because I remember what's his name there, Kiwanuka or one of the guys from
Yeah.
the Giants.
One of the guys from England.
He made a play, right? He got to the quarterback and stopped. Remember that shit where he didn't hit the quarterback, and it was Vince Young. And he didn't. Vince Young was getting ready to throw it, but he didn't throw it.
He pulled up.
and he's.
Would they just go like, oh,
He-
I know what you're
because he
going to
didn't
do.
wanna-
You know what I'm going to do. Let's just stop it right
He
here.
didn't want to get a fucking a penalty,
Right.
So he didn't tackle the guy, and everybody's screaming at him. But I'm sitting there going,
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
blame
yeah.
the fucking
I remember
guy.
that.
Because that's what they're doing now. They're fucking penalizing. There was one hit this week that I think was a little bit fucked up. Was the Patriots guy. That's it. The Patriots guy, because the dude had already fucking dropped the ball, but he was still in the air.
Yeah, Merriweather left his feet.
And he
left his feet.
He jumped up at the same height with this fucking
Yes,
guy.
he did. He left his feet.
And what's his name?
didn't see the game.
Who's the coach?
For who?
Patriots.
Belichick.
Belichick goes. He looks at the guy and he's like, "What the
Rolled his
fuck?
eyes.
What's wrong with you?"
He
Like,
left his feet.
He was even like, "What the? That's not football, you asshole!" Like,
Oh,
but
But it
everything
is.
else-
That's what everyone wants to see. Yeah.
That's how I played.
Yeah, well, that's.
I really did. Anybody that wasn't paying attention and the whistle hadn't blown, I'd get a 40-yard run and just fucking. I was as dirty as they come.
Oh, safeties can be the most vicious.
Jack Tatum was. I played what they call a monster back. I was strong safety / linebacker. My first priority was pass, but I lined up next to linebackers. It was the best position ever.
That was your best player would be that position. We call it a Raider, which
That's
is
right.
a hybrid.
That's
A
right.
hybrid
Linebacker / safety.
like too little to be like a middle, but he had the attitude of a middle, and you could just hit on little baby
Like a Nick
receivers.
raising his hand over there.
Only thing that bothers me is please stop with the prayer hands.
Oh.
I don't want prayer circles, and I don't want the visiting crowd to be quiet after you get fucked up.
You should be like,
I don't want no
And can I
thumbs
add
up.
one? Can I add one thing? How long is Breast Cancer Awareness Month? It's longer than Black History Month. Got to watch every guy fucking felon dressed in pink.
It's creepy to see me in pink.
Yeah, that's what that shit is. It's some women's movement once again sticking their fucking beak in. Can't we put an emblem on the field? I'm not saying. Look, I'll send money.
Jesus Christ.
I'll
So
send money
fucking-
to breast cancer awareness. I'll donate money.
White people got 10
I'm just
more
saying.
months.
My goal
like
is-
it's White History Year. Give a nigga a month and give bad titties a month too.
Yeah, but the
What
pink
the fuck
is
is wrong with
the
you?
pink is what we have a problem with.
It's the pink.
My goalie's gonna be wearing pink goalie pads.
No, exactly. And they all
It's
got-
hockey.
It's enough, all right. Put an emblem on the field. We get it. It's
Yeah,
symbolism.
yeah.
Sure.
But Jesus Christ,
Pink everything
And
up.
once again, because it's an all-male thing, it's the same reason they have broads on the sideline, just letting you know that they hire women. It's really a fucking horrible time to be white heterosexual, man.
yeah, yep.
You don't
Absolutely.
you don't like the broads on the sidelines either, right? I hate that shit.
Pussies.
Pam Oliver
You
doesn't
can't
offer
say
anything.
Thank
I don't
you.
hate her, but she doesn't offer
I
anything.
do.
I
Cares
hate it
about
because
it.
I know why she got the job, or
Exactly.
these girls got the
Yeah,
job because
'cause
they look good on TV.
vagina.
No, because her knowledge of a 3-4 defense. She
Yeah,
really- Let's go to Susie Colbert, a little Jewish woman, and tell me how a 4-3 defense works. Yeah, what are we going to go to fucking Ray Lewis for daycare tips? What a backwards, upside down fucking world. P.U. with your fucking political correctness. You
Language.
fucking liberals are done November. You're going to take it right in the ass.
But
Thank God.
do you think it's women in terms of like football? Are they getting together to make
know what
football
it is.
less violent? The only
No.
setup would be
No.
that they would make it less violent so they can play with men somehow.
Well, they have their
Christ.
own league now.
Well,
Yeah, that's
it's not the
great.
players,
Like
right?
the lingerie one is beautiful.
No,
Oh, my
because
God.
Ray Lewis needs to be able to fuck you up.
Yeah, the players don't want less violence, obviously.
Quarterbacks can't be touched.
It's society as a whole, though. It's creeping in. PC is creeping in everywhere. There's, you know what I mean?
You said creeping?
Creeping in.
Yeah, blitzkrieging.
Okay, it's not creeping. It's a full-blown.
Yeah, it's in there.
I wish it was just creeping. Then we'd have a shot.
Yeah.
But push it back.
We only have ourselves to blame. Fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just go, no fucking pink gloves, no fucking emblem.
By the way,
I don't think that hockey player should have got
stuck in
fucking.
law.
dude, don't even get me started. The blowjob gesture.
No, the guy
gets.
the guy that roughed up the dude on the sideline for a second, gave him the.
What did he
grabbed
fucking...
him, snatched him up, and they're gonna suspend him probably about 10 games or so.
Wait, which
one was
the fan?
Yeah, the fucking guy grabbed the fan.
Yeah, I think you should be able to grab fans.
I do too.
Fans.
I
Who's
really
the basketball player that ran into the fucking stands?
Artest. That was a whole nother fucking.
Oh my God! I love that too.
Somebody,
Wasn't the guy talking about his daughter?
Yeah,
Somebody was talking about somebody.
No.
That was on the Trailblazers.
He got hit with
beer. Glass of beer.
No. This was in the Trailblazers. One of the Portland Trailblazers railed because somebody was talking about their daughter or something, some death thing that a fan was heckling them with, and they fucking ran up and attacked them.
You know what? 100% of the times when the fans are attacked, they deserve it.
Oh, absolutely. But
I would say 100%.
Yeah, no one's ever gotten attacked just for going go team.
Because we've all been to sporting
on
events.
the
You see these guys.
The Artest thing, that was so funny because...
Amazing.
But he went after the wrong guy.
I
There was
know,
like a white guy just minding his business.
He fucked up a little
And
bit.
Artest is coming out. This guy was like, hey! He had this look of fright because there was a guy behind him that threw the cup of beer.
Yeah, he's like,
And
man, I
Artest
didn't do
thought it was this
shit.
little white guy. It was the funniest guy.
Yeah, the look on that guy's face, he was petrified.
Patrice, what's up?
Isn't football a gladiator?
Yes, it is.
Isn't the whole
Absolutely.
thing
Yes, it is.
a spectacle that those guys know that there's a risk and it's a life and death kind of.
Yes,
it's just
I
like
agree.
MMA. It's really a gladiator thing. It's entertainment.
Yes, it is.
Can we go back to the hockey
It's
thing, though?
entertainment.
Well, I don't know the incident, Patrice, with the hockey guy.
What do you mean?
With the fan. How did that happen? 'Cause
He walked up. The guy was doing
It's tough
something.
to get to the fans in hockey.
He got kicked out the game and he was walking. And,
okay, through the
and the
breezeway
dude was
or
talking,
whatever.
leaning, he was clapping and saying something to the guy.
Right.
And the fucker just snatched him
Nice.
up. And he let him go. He didn't hit him, but now if Barry Melrose says it's bad, then it's like he's going to get
He
suspended.
has to say that.
He has
He's a
to, right.
spokesman
He
for
has
the
to,
league.
right.
Meanwhile, he's laughing off
And that's
camera.
the thing about sportscasters now. They've become
They're horrible.
fucking pussies.
Yes, they have.
They've
They're worse.
become-
That too.
The worst.
Dan Deerdorf, who used to be like one of the dirtiest players for the Cardinals in the 70s. He was one of the most vicious players. Him and Conrad Dobler, two dirtiest linemen in the history of the NFL. Now he's like, oh, that was uncalled for, that face mask.
was it?
They got to watch this stuff.
Yeah.
Now he's such bullshit.
People of Rome, Maximus Berilius will be wearing a pink shield today for Breast Cancer Awareness Month
Are you not entertained?
as he takes on the horde.
Can't we just write a
with
check?
fucking Nerf swords.
Yeah, with nerve swords.
Just, it's something. Look at.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Caesar's giving a thumbs down for that
It's
gladiator.
PC,
This
man.
isn't good.
Yeah, it
this
You
isn't
can't
good.
hit. I'm gonna tell you the most vicious hit I've ever seen
Kermit
was on
Washington.
fucking Kermit Washington
Remember that punch?
knocking out Tom Donovich.
That's right.
Holy shit!
Face shattered like a plate, like a China plate you dropped in the driveway.
Because they were both running at each other.
No,
That was the one where he
Kermit Washington.
was running toward him as well.
What a great place to drop a plate. You can't not break a plate in the driveway. It's impossible.
No saving it.
Yeah, I say that because I dropped a pizza stone once that somebody gave me like 10 minutes later for a gift.
What the fuck's a pizza stone?
You cook pizza on it, put it in your oven, and heats up like huts up. How
It
fucking
huts up.
hello.
Hello? It's a big flat rock to make better pizza?
Yes.
You should have dropped it. Should have thrown it at him. What kind of shit gift is this? Mushroom rock. Go fuck yourself.
Jimmy gets annoyed, though. I love
What a horrible gift.
What are you talking about? You can do your laundry on it down by the river.
Exactly. Great thing to bludgeon an old woman with, her own pizza stone.
Greatest hit ever, Kermit Washington.
It's Sam Huff on Frank.
That's terrible.
Sam Huff on Frank Gifford.
You got the wrong guy.
Is it what's his name?
Chuck Bednarik.
It wasn't Bednarik?
Yes.
With a shoulder pad was the hardest hit I've ever seen.
A shoulder pad made of pillows too.
It wasn't helmet to helmet. It was
patted him in the...
they used to hit you nasty with your shoulder back then. It was really
Dirty.
Oh.
Nice.
How about Sammy White going over the middle in the Vikings Raiders Super Bowl and Tatum laying him out? Remember his helmet
Jack
pop?
Tatum was brutal.
He was the best ever. The guy should be in the Hall of Fame. He was my idol.
He was paralyzing motherfuckers.
He was the baddest motherfucker ever.
You was gonna get paralyzed. You fucking around over the middle.
He was 5'10". Listen to that. 5'10", 220 pounds. Ran a 4.40. That's like a little missile.
And he looked
and
at
he
me
was as vicious as he grew up in the same project as George Foreman. George Foreman used to beat him up and take his lunch money.
Did he really?
Yeah, it was in the book.
A true story?
They call me assassin. Yeah.
Oh, that's
George Foreman
funny.
used to beat him up and take his lunch money.
I guess he fucking got pissed off.
This guy was a badass. That
Same George Foreman for all the
No shit.
all the
broken
Stargell,
bones.
his family should sue George Foreman.
Daryl Stingley's family is fucking making food on the George Foreman grill.
Can I get another panini?
Thank you, George Foreman, you motherfucker. I cannot walk now because of George Foreman.
Tatum just died, right?
He just died. He was my favorite, and they had another guy, George Atkinson, who was the cornerback that played with him. He was number 43. He owns a liquor store in Oakland. Give you an idea.
Oh, wow.
But he
a set of balls. How often do you get robbed?
When the Raiders and Steelers played, do you remember Len Swan went out for a he wasn't even in the play. He's just running a pattern. Tatum comes up from behind with a forearm. Knocks him out. Shit. He's not even in the play. Knocks him unconscious.
But the dude for the Pittsburgh Steelers was even worse.
Nobody was worse than the Raiders.
Mel Blount.
He was a
They started rules for Mel Blount.
No, right. It was the Raiders.
Mel
Wait, I
Blount
want to hear
used
more
to
about
beat your fucking ass. He started the 5-yard rule.
He was a real
But
bad.
get back to the Lynn Swan thing.
Well, he just laid him out. It was the second
And
play
he
of the
wasn't
game.
even in the play.
And then when the Patriots played the Raiders in the 70s in a playoff game, AFC Championship, first play of the game, George Atkinson runs up and punches Russ Francis in the nose and breaks his nose for no reason at all. Just like a street fight. Whang! And they had it on replay. They showed it like 8 times. Russ Francis runs off, big tight end, nose all bloody.
No fucking suspensions back then. What was Pete Rozelle doing?
They went to court. They went to court because of the Len Swan hit. They actually went to court and they put Chuck Noll on the stand and they asked him, does your team have a criminal element? And this is the Steelers. They weren't as dirty as the Raiders. And he goes, yeah, we do have criminals.
To admit the criminal element was the same guy.
He was a mother,
too.
Piece
of shit.
What fucking happened? Like, what happened from then till now?
But it didn't.
And now they're wearing pink. You think Jack Tatum would have worn pink on the field?
It's only been fucking what he would have been like. Fuck their titties. I'm gonna paralyze a nigga.
That was Patrice, by the way.
He's allowed to say it.
I don't give a fuck about no titties.
Only pink you're gonna see when it open somebody's head.
Guy would think it's so hard you'd wind up the next week or something.
Oh, stop it.
Fucking Chip.
Steelers, Raiders in the 70s, there was nothing
Who was the guy
better.
for
Nothing
Who was the
better.
guy for San Francisco?
Which one? What year? I'll tell
the
you.
Safety. It was
Ronnie Lott.
Ronnie Lott, who cut off his own finger. He had a busted finger, and they was like, "You got to leave the game." He go, "Nah." He cut it off.
Yeah.
He had it cut off and wrapped up so he could finish the game. I'm telling you. But it didn't start getting bad.
Wait. You can't just casually say that. I don't know this story.
Well, it's a known story. He
I really don't know
he
this.
broke his pinky.
Yeah, because Jimmy's look was priceless.
In some weird way.
On the field.
And they were like, "Oh, we got to take." He says, "No, fuck that. Cut it off." He cut off his.
Why couldn't he play with a
Cut off like
crooked
a knuckle?
I don't know. I think it was would have been infected.
There was a request by his wife.
He actually cut off the tip of his finger.
Yeah, during the game.
You know, Matt Millen, we talk about the broadcast turning into pussies. Matt Millen, he's the guy that was a GM for the Detroit for the last 10 years. He signed his letter of intent in blood when he went to Penn State.
Wow.
Dudes was mean, man.
He gets recruited by Maryland, right? Goes down to Maryland to visit this, out of high school, to visit Maryland. Him and the strength and conditioning coach have a bench lifting competition, and Matt Millen ends up beating him up in a fight. Beats up a coach that's recruiting him.
Which, by the way, is why fucking Jim Brown is the baddest motherfucker that ever
he's a
played
badass. I hope he dies, though.
Yeah. Because Matt Millen...
Racist piece of shit.
Jim Brown?
Racist, wife-beating piece of shit.
He's a racist.
He's a racist with his I hate white people hat.
Of course! Wait a minute.
It's for anybody that wears a kufi. What is this, Nigeria?
I would wear kente cloth drawers. He used to play where a white boy stomped on his nuts every time he got tackled and called him coon.
And your point is?
Take that, coon. racist?
Nobody was racist to him. He was a badass back then. You think any white person had the balls to... Come on, he was a badass.
Holy shit.
I didn't know Nick knew so much about football. I
everything about it.
I was obsessed with it for years. Now I can't
Amazing.
stand the NFL.
It's frustrating, right?
You guys, is it on? Can I say that?
Fuck it.
It don't matter.
It's
It doesn't matter at this point.
It's the worst.
It started with the TO. You could feel it with the horse collar rule. Once they put the horse collar,
I agree, Patrice. Absolutely.
I go, something's wrong because the horse collar. My thing is, how are you supposed to
tackle a guy from behind?
6'5".
That's right.
225
That's
all
right.
muscle. How the fuck are you without trying to take his knees out? You need to fucking take his knees out and ride his back to get him down. Unless you tag him.
How about this? Maybe they could have something hanging off the shirt that you could grab. Because a lot of guys did get hurt. You know, horse collar from behind. Maybe they could leave it like a 6-inch rope so you could. You know what I mean? You could yank him.
Whoa, Nelly.
Oh, Nelly.
A long, hard stick you can hit his foot with. Why are we figuring this shit out? Because you're supposed to be able to jump on the back of this motherfucker's head.
Take him down,
That's
right?
what
Take
you
him down.
took
But a
his
lot of
ass
guys,
down.
but I do understand how that rule came about because I saw more guys getting fucking hurting their knees and ankles, you know, getting tackled from behind. I understand, but I agree. It's a gladiator sport. It comes with it. When you come over the middle, you might get knocked out, and that's part of football. It's the reason people watch. It's not arm tackling.
Must I say? Can I say this too? It's bullshit because it's fake legislation. It's not how people really feel. It's just like, hey,
that's with
let's
everything.
stop this.
Yeah, that's the whole world.
That's the whole world.
It's like everybody's sitting there.
You said that about rape laws.
Everybody's sitting there fucking pretending like they don't want to see motherfuckers get hit. But if that was the case back in the days where the hits was brutal and you weren't getting up, people would go, "Oh, this has to stop."
Yeah, we got to stop that.
This has to stop.
Yeah, why didn't they
No,
do
but
that?
it's more brutal now than ever. The NFL, the guys are so much faster and bigger. People are getting laid out. This past weekend, I couldn't believe what they were showing. The Tampa Bay Atlanta game. This guy coming over the middle, this guy hit him, so he must have got a 30-yard run. They were both unconscious in midair. The guy that did the hitting and the guy that caught the ball. Their arms were like, you know how their arms,
gotta see that
Patrice,
clip.
you know how they get this, ever see when a guy gets knocked out, their arms get locked up? They're both, there's a picture in the paper, they're both
Just
horizontal,
laid
and their
out
arms
in
are already
midair.
in this position.
Wow.
Good.
And then the kid get paralyzed at Rutgers this week. I mean,
But that was a complete mistake, though.
it was a kind of a freak accident, but he's 275 pounds. A kid. He's on kickoff. He's on kickoff coverage team.
He's on kickoff.
Yeah.
That's how fast these guys are.
Giant.
You couldn't catch him.
Yeah.
You couldn't catch him.
What
happened to him?
4'7".
He tackled the guy,
paralyzed.
lowered his
Oh, just
head,
that tackle.
and he hit the guy with the ball.
done.
It just hit him wrong, and it just is
That
horrible.
stinks, that
Your
story.
neck, your
It
neck,
is.
your
It's
fucking
horrible.
neck. That's
Football's
it.
in trouble, though, man, because these guys are getting too big and too strong.
They have to. Here's the thing. Somebody made a good point. I was on the way in here. They were talking about it on another show, but it's true that the guys are huge, and the field is still the same size. It's almost the argument they make in the NBA how big the guys are. They haven't changed the size of the field. You know what I mean? If you gave them a little more room.
So they play in Canada, the Canadian, the giant field.
Maybe I don't know. You know, but then again, that gives a guy who's doing the hitting more of a head
100
start.
yards is a lot of room.
Exactly. If I get a good angle,
Yeah, you're gonna really.
Just torpedo.
Harrison has a better angle than he had. Just he fucking runs full
Like
speed
fucking soccer field size. He can really.
and hits that little Maurice Jones-Drew.
This is when I knew Jack Tatum was a badass. Earl Campbell, who was my favorite running back of all time, he'd run over people. He could run around you. He was 235, by the way. Ran like a sub 4.40. He ran into Jack Tatum on the goal line, head-on collision, helmet on helmet.
Oh, when he spun around.
He spins around, falls in the end zone. Earl Campbell doesn't get up. Tatum's just standing over him. I mean, he fell in the end zone, but Tatum just walks away. Earl Campbell's down for like 5 minutes, and this guy used to run over, defensive players like they were little girls. He never even put his arms out. Tatum just clang, helmet on helmet.
Helmet
The guy
to
must have a
helmet.
cement head, man.
What about Too Tall Jones? Guy that doesn't know football. What about that guy? Tall
That guy
guy like
was
that
tall.
knocking you around?